as we going towards the boathouse, I look in the distance and it's this man in all black. He's in all black. And he turns and it looked like he had the white collar. I couldn't be sure. I couldn't be positive, but it looked like he had the white collar because Puff said, yo, Gene, stay right here. And I stayed right there and he kept on walking. So when Puff get directly to the dude, he gets down on his knees. When he gets down on his knees, this man takes something and it seemed like it had smoke in it and he started doing it around Puff. And then he went back and forth and then he went up and down with it, sideways with it, then back around him. And then he put it down and then he put his hand on Puff's head and I guess he started, saying something. I don't even really know what he said, but I couldn't tell what he said. You understand what I'm saying? Long story short, I see Puff reach into this case. And when he reached into this case, he came out and you could see something white in his hand. I didn't know it was a bird. I didn't know what it was at first, but he threw it up in the air. And when he threw it in the air, the came straight back down like it was a brick and said, bow on the concrete. And I was like, oh, that was a dove, that was a bird. Puff just got up. Puff just looked at the dude and just started walking towards me.
As a former Satanist, warlock, what is the spirit, demonic spirit behind the Diddy?
Jezebel.
Talk about it.
So Diddy has a Jezebel spirit. Controlling, manipulative, dominating, okay? Diddy doesn't know the difference between man and woman anymore. All these men that he slept with, all these men that he took the manhood, it was to take your manhood, to make you, what he made him after he took the manhood, he made him an Ahab. See, that was the devil's doing. The devil said, these are the contracts, fulfill the contracts, all these contracts, and I give you all this power, right? Mm-hmm. Diddy fulfilled the contract. The contracts are done. He did all the bidding. Mm-hmm. He did all the bidding. You got people that, LeBron James, according to the situation, you got a name tag on. I'm not gonna tag some man's name on my body.
Yeah.
That means ownership. Ooh, the devil tagged you to say, I own you, ownership. The freak off party, it's not a party, it is transfers of spirits. So you open your body to the drugs that's going on there. We saturate your body to open your body to put demonic spirits in your body because the next person, that's what the Bible says, sex outside of marriage is a sin. Why is it a sin? Because of two reasons. It brings premature death, not spiritually, physically, if you catch AIDS or you catch a disease, brings premature death, right? And the other one is transfer spirits in you, all kind of spirits. If that person was a whoremonger and slept with people that had bipolar, slept with people that were depressed, oppression, drug addiction, those spirits now I own part of that. Timeshares. Spiritual timeshares.
Wow.
I own some of those spirits.
Wow.
So in the freak-off parties, that's what they did. So now the devil said, the contracts are over. I don't have any more contract for you. That's why you see Cardi B. Yeah. She's freaking out. She's catching meltdown. Katy Perry, meltdown, makeup, meltdowns. I don't want to do this anymore because the pressure's on for new contracts. So Diddy's the display that the devil's putting on display. Say, see, I'm done with him. I don't need him more. Now I'm going to destroy him, right? Because that's what's going to happen. Yeah. Remember, mark my words, it's going to happen. The devil don't want to give him any new contracts. Now that brings fear into Hollywood. That brings fear into the music business. Am I next? Am I the one that's going to be exposed next? Am I the one that's going to be put on display? Am I the one the devil's going to take out? So the devil said, no, I won't take you on one condition. Give me new contracts. Here's a new contract. Do this, do this, do this. Now they have to do it. They have no choice. So it's a demonic kingdom operating in fear, operating in stronghold bondages by one person. One person, think about it. How can one person affect all these people if you don't have the devil behind?
Unbelievable.
Look at all the people that he affected, that he came to his parties, okay? And the devil said, record them. because those are my contracts. Not recorded because you have something on somebody. No, you have a contract on that person now. In other words, if you don't continue to do what I want you to do, and then I have leverage over you to expose you and to end your career. It's a demonic system into what was handed over to P. Diddy. One person cannot accomplish that in his own strength and his own doing. You need the devil and demons involved to get that done. That's a train wreck.
Wow.
And watch the coming days, watch the coming weeks. Think about it. The system that gave them the freedom to do it now has them spiritually incarcerated and don't want to even give them bail. The same system that it was okay for him to do this all these years, they knew about it, and now they got him incarcerated, and the devil said, don't let him out. Because he'll flee. Don't let him out. I need him to be an example. It's going to be worse than Epstein. Because Epstein was suicide. It wasn't suicide. They killed that guy. They killed him. P. Diddy don't give himself to the Lord wholeheartedly and turn from his wicked ways. The demise of what the devil has to him is worse than the Epstein.
Diddy just got exposed for something far darker than anyone expected. And this time it's not just about money abuse or freak-offs. We're talking candles, blood, symbols, and a secret circle of celebrities allegedly deep into satanic rituals. For years, people whispered about the bizarre parties Diddy threw, how they always happened behind closed doors, how celebrities came out shaken, and how some never showed up in public again. But now, insiders are coming forward, and what they're revealing is terrifying. Multiple sources close to former assistants, security teams, and even A-list attendees have confirmed that what happened inside Diddy's private homes had nothing to do with music or business. These weren't regular parties, these were rituals, satanic, symbolic, and shrouded in secrecy. They took place deep inside candlelit rooms with pentagrams drawn on the floor, animal skulls hung from the ceiling. Everyone wore cloaks, cell phones were confiscated at the door, and according to one source, no one was allowed to speak once the chanting began. Yes, chanting. And not just any chanting, words in Latin, words people didn't understand but were told to repeat. Some insiders described it as spiritual. Others, more shaken, said it was demonic. What's worse is that Diddy wasn't alone. According to witnesses, celebrities like Jay-Z, Beyonce, and even Kanye West were seen at these gatherings. Some describe Beyonce as eerily silent during the events, while Kanye allegedly tried to leave one early, but was blocked by security. An anonymous former assistant, let's call her Maya, revealed to a private investigator that she once walked in on Diddy kneeling in front of a giant red symbol, holding what appeared to be a goblet filled with blood. She said he was whispering something to himself and didn't notice her watching from the hallway. She quit the next day, but Maya wasn't the only one. Several staff members quit after one particular event in 2019 that allegedly involved a mock sacrifice. One person wore a goat mask, another an all-red robe. A woman was brought in blindfolded and made to kneel in the center of the room. What happened next was never caught on video, but according to one guard, it didn't look fake. And this is where things start to connect. Because if you've been following the recent court cases, you already know Diddy is being accused of freak-offs, sex trafficking, physical abuse, and illegal recordings. But what if those freak-offs weren't just parties? What if they were rituals? Federal agents raided Diddy's properties earlier this year and found strange artifacts, black candles, skull replicas, animal bones, and ritual books written in ancient languages. One photo, leaked to an underground blog, shows a black painted room with a massive pentagram carved into the floorboards. That's not normal. That's not entertainment. That's not even kinky. That's satanic. And prosecutors are starting to connect the dots. In a sealed court filing reviewed by 2 independent journalists, agents reference the presence of ritualistic symbols and evidence consistent with occult practices. They didn't elaborate, but insiders say more will be revealed as the investigation deepens. Let's talk about the footage. Yes, there are tapes. You already know Diddy allegedly recorded his freak-offs, But according to sources familiar with the raids, some of those recordings show more than just adult acts. One video viewed by a former FBI tech analyst reportedly shows a gathering of celebrities in robes standing in a circle, chanting in front of a burning altar. A burning altar. What were they burning? We don't know, but the video allegedly ends with everyone bowing as Diddy raises both hands and screams, "Let them see the truth." If that's not cult behavior, what is? And these rituals weren't one-time events. Multiple ex-bodyguards, including one who testified anonymously, said Diddy had a ritual calendar. Every equinox, every blood moon, every major lunar cycle, something happened. The parties ramped up during fall and spring, key dates in occult calendars, and they often ended with what one insider called a cleansing. That's when everyone would strip down and be reborn through symbolic acts. It's disturbing. But here's the scariest part. Some celebrities didn't even know what they were walking into. One young actress who thought she was being invited to a career-launching industry mixer reportedly ran from the house in tears after witnessing a masked figure being blessed with blood. She never spoke publicly, but her career mysteriously stalled after that night. Coincidence? Not according to whistleblowers. They claim Diddy used these events as a way to initiate people into his inner circle, offering fame and power in exchange for silence and loyalty. If you refused to participate, you were blacklisted. If you went along with it, your career soared, but at a price, and many of those who stayed loyal are now nervous because the federal investigation isn't just about sex crimes anymore. It's expanding into financial fraud, tax evasion, and now ritual abuse. Investigators are reportedly in possession of a document titled The Circle, listing celebrity names, dates, and what appear to be coded symbols beside each entry. That's terrifying. Even worse, the document was allegedly found in a safe inside Diddy's Miami mansion, alongside a bloodstained robe and a dagger. You can't make this stuff up. The FBI isn't confirming the details, but they haven't denied them either. And as the case progresses, more and more celebrities are lawyering up, distancing themselves from Diddy, or flat out disappearing from the public eye. It's not just about music, it's not just about fame, it's about control. This wasn't a party scene, it was a cult, and now the veil is lifting. Whistleblowers are calling it the Hollywood Circle, a group of elite insiders who bonded through dark rituals, mutual blackmail, and symbolic power plays. And Diddy was at the center of it all. The robe, the tapes, the blood, the dagger. This wasn't about lifestyle, it was about submission, about power, about invoking forces no one truly understood. And it's catching up to him. Insiders say more tapes will be shown in court, more victims are coming forward, more evidence is being unearthed in properties Diddy thought were secure. His inner circle is cracking, former allies are flipping, staff are talking, and the narrative Diddy controlled for decades is spiraling into chaos. Because you can hide freak-offs, you can hide bank transfers, you can even hide assault for a while, but you can't hide satanic rituals once the cameras start rolling. Especially when those rituals involve celebrities, chanting, and blood. This isn't just a scandal, it's a collapse. The empire Diddy built is rotting from the inside, and now the world is watching it fall. In the end, Diddy may not be remembered as a music mogul. He might be remembered as the man who tried to play God and lost.